If we don't do that this month, I mean, we can talk afterwards about who's going to be on the committee, how you want to see it, what the town board is going to approve on, because the town board has to vote on all the members of committees as well. But if we don't have a committee, we can't go forward even with the moratorium extension, because one of the things that Dutchess County Planning insists on is if you're going ahead with a moratorium, the town has to have an authorized comprehensive plan committee voted on by the town board. So it's not a matter of content. It's just a matter of forming the committee right now. And the content and who is on the committee and how the committee will proceed will be a later determination by the town board. This just says what a comprehensive plan committee is, and that the town board is establishing a comprehensive plan committee. We are not voting members of the committee.
Well, I have to agree with Tom. I just received this morning myself, and I'm a little uncomfortable with voting on the establishment of a comprehensive plan committee. The mission is almost exactly like the master plan committee, which I understand has not been dissolved. I'm not quite sure, but I think there are a lot of questions to it. The mission of the Comprehensive Plan Committee, as you've written it, is to revise and replace the current Town of Stamford Master Plan of 1980.
Correct.
The Master Plan Committee, formed on August 10th of 2006, the mission is to review and make recommendations to update the current Town of Stamford Master Plan. So they're awful similar. So in terms of what the impact is on the moratorium, it appears we already have a committee established. So, but again, I think the issue is we just got this today, and I don't think it's. I think it would be prudent if we were given more time to review it and discuss it. I think that's the prudent thing to do.
I want to point out something. You were on the phone with the lawyer from the Association of Towns, as we all were.
Correct.
We were informed that the committee, which was not a master plan committee, it was called the Codes Committee, that the Codes Committee was not a legal committee. It was not an authorized committee. Mr. Keneally, the lawyer, one of the lead lawyers at the Association of Towns who we were speaking with, was very clear about that. And in fact, he went on to say that any determinations that an unauthorized committee makes cannot be accepted by the town board because it was not an authorized committee. It cannot be disbanded because it was never authorized. It wasn't a legal committee. It cannot advise the town board. If the town board so chooses to establish a new committee, membership of everybody who was on the Codes Committee, that's a separate issue, if that's what the town board's decision is to do. But if we do not have a committee that is established and voted on by the town board, we cannot go ahead with planning in the town of Stamford, because that committee, the Codes Committee, is not an authorized committee. We need to move forward, and in order to do that, we have to vote on establishing a comprehensive plan committee. And if we put this off for another month, I don't know whether the Planning Commission is going to even look at our moratorium extension request.
I would like to add that although the piece of paper may have been in the box this morning, we spent quite a bit of time discussing this around the conversation with the Association of Towns. This is not a new idea to anyone here because it was discussed before.
Well, again, I feel more comfortable if I can review what the Master Plan Committee has already done, Master Plan Committee, Code Committee, whatever kind of committee it was, because if you're going to use basically what they did is, if I understood you right, you were going to go and basically build on what they have already done because you didn't want to throw everything out and start from scratch. I'd like to be informed, okay, the same way I requested to be informed about the lawyers, to get their resumes and look at their resumes, do research, make phone calls, okay? again, I'd like to be able to read the previous master plan, what it was set out to do, who was on it, what happened, what it entailed, because from what I'm understanding, it's quite a very detailed and very laborious document, and people took a lot of time to read, to do all this and the research, and I want to be able to say, hey, I read this, and now I understand what's going on with the town center, with the different
I think,
places.
Tom,
With all due respect, Tom, I understand that. I will say, however, that everybody has had plenty of time to read our old master plan and to read this stuff. This material is public information and has been all along. The issue is not what they were talking about. That's not the issue right now. The issue is that they were not an authorized committee. We have to have an authorized committee in order to move ahead. It has nothing to do with the content of what they did. The content is something else, and how it's built on, and who are the new committee members or old committee members. That doesn't matter. What is important to the town is that we need to have a town board authorized comprehensive plan committee that we can then at a later date, later today, tomorrow,